Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Captain Chandramauli, Principal of the HIMT College. Welcome you to the webinar by our college, the fourth in succession. Before we start off, it's only fair and correct that we seek the blessings of God Almighty to stand by us in all what we do. And here is the invocation for you.
Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you, Liffin. Thanks so much. Once again, welcome to all of you. Good morning, boys and girls, wherever you are, whenever you watch it, at your convenience, at your home, in the YouTube. This is our attempt to spread the word around. Here is a career which you should look at it very seriously. If you're on the cusp of things where you want to make a decision. If you're a cat on the wall, you want to jump into the sea, please join us. We have all been there. And to give an overview, as a college, we do conduct 5 different courses, plus one more which we can always run, to help you to find your feet on board a ship. We do talk about a BSc Nautical Science and the BTech Marine Engineering. Followed by, we do have GME, which is called Graduate Mechanical Engineering, and also Electrotechnical Officers. And with an impetus for the support system, what is called the GP ratings, as well as the orientation course for the catering personnel. To give an overview, we have 10 of our boys, our own boys, who are our children who have been with us, some as long as 4 years, some as short as 15 days because thanks to Corona, to give their impressions and what they have seen, what they have experienced, what they hope to have and why they have joined and what they look forward to. So it's going to be a sort of a panel discussion amongst the 10 boys, and moderated by our senior cadet captain, Suryavamsi Krishna. Before we go into it, the whole objective is to ensure that make up your mind to choose a career which is rewarding as well as exhilarating. At an age where you start wondering as what is going to be the next step after 12 what, after engineering what, after 10th what, there should not be any sort of a doubt in your mind. If you choose a career like Merchant Navy, it is going to give you a satisfying future for the rest of your lives and for the rest of your family as well. The whole purpose is that. And to make your things easier, we do expect you to come up with some questions, queries. Please address them in the chat to a gentleman named as questions. His name is not questions, obviously he has got a name, but do address it over there and we will be able to give the answers to those questions as and when it is convenient. We will have that panel discussion for about probably 30 minutes. We will take questions. If you feel that you would prefer to ask the questions in person, after the panel discussion is over, please put up your hand and we will unmute you so that you can ask the questions directly as well. To make your time worthwhile, and also there is always an element of monetary thing attached to everything we do. Yes, when you do the course, you have to pay the fees. So what is it in for me? Everybody asks this question. You go and ask the same thing even in front of the God. So what we do, we are giving you a discount on the course fees. If you happen to book your seat starting during the course till 1800 hours on the 10th, the Monday, the next. We will offer you, if you book a seat in BSc and BTech, a 15,000 rupees discount on your course fees. For a GME seat, we will offer you a 10,000 rupees. For the general purpose rating and the ETO course, 5,000, and the OCCP at 2,500. Without wasting too much more time, I hand over the helm to our senior cadet captain, Surya Vamsi Krishna, who will take you through this journey. And we are there behind him. We are there beside him to give him the support and also whatever questions he might ask about from us as well. Over to you, Surya.
Thank you very much for giving this opportunity, sir. Respected faculties, all the panel members, and all the enthusiastic participants out there who are eagerly waiting to make Merchant Navy as a career. A very good morning to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to address you all. Just like every other person, I also completed my 10th and 12th standard. My 10th was from State Board and my 12th standard was from CBSE. After completing my 12th standard, just like most of you all, I was also in search of a profession, or rather higher education, which gives me a better profession. And of course, I am not interested, no offense to anything, but I am not interested to be a part of a 9 to 5 scheduled job. And I wanted to do something different in my life so that I can own it. I will be proud of it. So that's what made me to choose Merchant Navy after having discussions with a lot of captains and chief engineers who I know, who I met across. After finding out the pros and cons in it, I finally chose Merchant Navy as my career. And after I have spent 4 years of my valuable time in the college, and it was really, really important time which I spent in the college, and I thank HIMT for this. And after spending 4 years, now I can proudly say that Merchant Navy is not only a career option, but it is also a lifestyle. You can find out the change as and when you come across in the course. So without any much delay in it, I would like all my panel members to introduce themselves as and when. So I would like GME members to introduce first. Manta Surya Pratap, could you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Surya. Good morning to one and all. I'm Surya Pratap Manta, currently pursuing graduate marine engineering course in HIMT College. I completed my BTech from IIT Kakinada. I completed my BTech from Kakinada. I come from Coastal City of Visakhapatnam. I come from Coastal City of Visakhapatnam.
Yes, dedicated. There is a technical issue with him from Surya Pratap Manta. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, Surya. Good morning, all. I'm Srinikesh Shetty from Mangalore. I'm a BE Mechanical graduate from Vishwashraya Technological University. Currently pursuing graduate marine engineering at HIMT College from past 6 months. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Srinikesh. Jibin, could you introduce yourself?
Surya, good evening all. Myself Jivin. I am hailed from a coastal village of Kerala. After I complete my electrical engineering from Calicut University, Kerala, I worked around 4 years. Then I joined HIMT. Now I am currently pursuing ETO course. That's all about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jibin. Anshad, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Anshad Anwar. I am from Kerala and I did a diploma electrical engineer and I am pursuing ETO course in HIMT College.
Okay. Thank you, Anshad. Anurag Nair, introduce yourself, please.
Yes, good morning to one and all present here. Myself, Anurag Nair, and I am from Jaipur, Rajasthan. I am pursuing BSc Nautical Science from HIMT College, and I have finished my first year. Currently, I am in now in my second year. And as far as my education qualifications are concerned, I have done my 10th from a CBSE board and 12th from CBSE board school. Thank you.
Thank you, Anurag. Akshans, could you introduce yourself?
Good morning to everyone present over here. I'm Akshan Saul from Korba, Chhattisgarh, pursuing my BSc Nautical Science from HIMT College. It's been 2 years studying in this college, and it's my last year, and I'm happy pursuing this course. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshans. Sikandar, could you introduce yourself, please?
Good morning to everyone. I am Sikandar from Bokaro, Jharkhand. I am just completed my plus 2 from CBSE board. After completing my 12th, I am joined as a GP rating in HMT college. I am spent almost 3 months in this college, and I'm learned many things in this college. Just important is the time management. It's important to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Sikandar. Dharani, could you introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dharani Kumar. I am from Nandyal, Andhra Pradesh. I have completed my plus 2 from State Board. Presently, I am pursuing GP rating course from HIMT. I am really happy to be a part of HIMT. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Dharani. Sushant Kumar, could you introduce yourself, please?
Welcome and good morning, everyone. Myself, Sushant Kumar. I am from Bihar, and currently I am pursuing my second year of BTech Marine Engineering from HMT College. Thank you.
Thank you, Sushant. Manta Surya Pratap, I hope your technical issue has been rectified. Could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, please.
Yeah, my name is Surya Pratap. I'm currently pursuing my graduate marine engineering from HIMT College. I completed my BTech graduation mechanical from JNTU Kakinada University. I come from coastal city of Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Surya Pratap. And to kick off the session, I would like the two new batches, which are ETO batches, to start off with the panel discussion. Jibin? How are you, Jibin? Is it everything fine?
Fine. Everything going good.
Perfect. So, did you work ashore, it seems, right? You have been working in a private company before you joined for the ETO class, ETO session, and you have been there in the campus for the last 15 days. I think so. After that, because of the corona pandemic, we have left home. So we are being at home right now. So what made you to get this transition from the regular corporate life to a field which is different from it?
Yes, Surya. Actually, I said before, I have worked around 4 years. But the past 3 years, I worked as an electrical designer in the renewable energy and mostly concentrated on the energy generation system. But I was born and brought up in a seafarers family. After completing my BTech, I thought sea is not my option. So I went for an shore job. So I find some jobs. After that, before I doing the designing job, where I said before, it was a designing job. So we have to work only on the office from 8 to 5 o'clock. So, and we will not get any practical site experience. After I joined as an electrotechnical officer in HIMT, I found that it's a totally different position. Like you have to work in every electrical system, like power generation, power transmission, power distribution. So it will be helpful for you to know everything about electricity. Okay. Before I was taught designing was everything in design in electrical, but now I find that you can get a more exposure while you are working as a mariner in a ship. You have to check upon the every electrical system on the ship. So it's a pretty good job, and I'm satisfied with that.
Thank you, Jibin. And as we know that when we leave from our homes and we have been in the college, the first thing which we miss is our home food. So do you want to explain anything regarding the food which is provided in the college? Do you miss it? or do you love it, or what it is?
Yeah, the food actually good. We were having different menu every day, which include both North Indian and South Indian food, which help you to tolerate with the different food culture than you had in your home.
Okay.
And it will, as you can see, most of you guys are well fit. So I hope it will help you to keep up with your body.
Yeah, Surya, if I may come in, Jevin may ask you one question. You did talk about the practical aspects.
Yes, sir.
Within a very short period, what you spent in the college of 15 days,
Yes.
did you get an impression or an inkling or an exposure to the type of practical aspects or the training that will be imparted to you by the college?
Yes, sir, definitely. Actually, from the day one, they are giving the opportunity for the practicals. So in the 15 days, they actually give us a visit to the onboard campus ship and the practical labs also. So, and the class they were conducted like if you studied the theory parts on the morning section, you will get the practical on the evening section. So within the 15 days also they they will provide us the good clarification of the practical parts, and now also they are providing with the videos that they can do now with the online classes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Over to you, Surya.
Thank you, sir. Fine. Thank you, Jabin, for the valuable information. I would
Thank
also like to have Anshit. Anshit, are you there?
Yes, Surya.
Yeah, a very good morning. It's
Yeah.
a really perfect time to meet right now. And where were you working before you joined the ETO class, Anshit?
Yeah, my last vessel is Symphony of the Seas, Royal Caribbean Partnership. Everyone heard about the world biggest cruise ship. That's my last vessel, and I worked there as a refrigeration engineer. So why should I choose this ETO course? Because the main thing was the contract period. My contract period was 8 months on board and 2.5 months vacation. And if I complete this ETO course and successfully clear the COC examination, I can become a third ETO in onboard partnership. And this onboard contract period is very less, 2.5 months onboard and 2.5 months vacation. And I can see my family after 2.5 months. It's the main thing I think about my family. That's why I switched to change this course. That's the main thing I am doing this course. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the basic difference which you find as in when you have joined in the college, you have been learning about the electrical department and everything, and you have been knowing about the difference between, you might be knowing right now at present as concerned, you might be knowing the difference between the passenger vessel as well as the cargo ship. Is there any basic difference in the way it works and how it is?
Yeah, the major difference is the onboard partnership is full of electrical equipment, more than depend on the merchant navy. There is the only main difference because I already work with assisting the ETO. That's why I a little bit familiar with the electrical equipments and all items. For me, it's not too much tough to do this course. It's
So you have already been familiarized with the electrical equipment. So
yeah,
it's not a bit
yeah.
problematic
Not too much
for you
tough to do this
continue.
one.
Yeah. Okay, Anshit, thank you. And as and when we know that you are also a new joinee in the campus, we had only spent 3 weeks of time in the campus. So do you
Yes,
feel that the main thing which is concerning every person when a person is being a hostelite is first is food, which I already asked to Jibin, and I would also like to know how is the healthcare or medical facilities provided in the campus if you are sick, fallen sick.
Yes, definitely. The campus they're providing them like a small clinic for every time available with nurse and doctor, and also medicine also they're providing. It's no need to pay any money for that one. You can consider the free also. It's a good facility provided in the campus. It's a major very good thing.
Yeah. Thank you, Anshit.
Yes, sir.
Sushant Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Sushant. How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Yes. So, could you please tell me what course are you doing right now?
Presently, I am pursuing BTech Marine Engineering.
Okay. So, what is your position on board if you complete your BTech Marine Engineering?
After completing my graduation, I will be joining as TME, where I will get on-hand experience of all the knowledge which I have studied in the college.
Okay, so what are you up to in the college, or what you studied in the college? Could you please elaborate it?
In the course which is BTech Marine Engineering, one will learn about all the machineries working on board, problem solving, and machinery and overhauling as well as maintenance of the machineries. Thank you.
Fine, Sushant. Okay, you have went on board. Let's take it as consideration that you have been on board and you are as a TME. Oh, after you complete your TME as a duration in the voyage, so after you complete your TME course, what will be your career progress? How will be it?
First of all, any TME will have to complete 6 months of sailing as mandatory, but it varies from companies to companies. After the sailing has been done, they will have to undergo written examinations, and after that, they will have to give oral MMD and COC. MMD will conduct orals for COC. After becoming fourth engineer, the fourth engineer will get directly promoted to third engineer based on his or her experience. And then for again promotion for second engineer, we have to do a particular period of sailing and again the tests and the orals. And same for becoming chief engineer, we have to do a particular period of sailing and then again test and orals.
If I may come in and ask you this question, when you talk about so much of studies passing the examination, do you really feel that the type of curriculum that is you are being given to you, is it so difficult that you need to study probably 22 hours a day to pass the examination even during this college and later on? Or do you think any person who is average enough can comfortably and conveniently do it with a bit of a common sense? What is your take on this?
Sir, according to me, an average person with an average studying in a day will absolutely help him or her to clear all the exams. It is not necessary to study 22 hours a day and more on.
Okay, because all the books and no play makes, makes you a dull boy. That's what they say. That's the reason I asked you. Oh, dear Surya, continue.
Thank you very much, sir. As to add on this information that I learned in the past 4 years is shipping works on based on the common sense. So it's not a big deal for a normal person. It is not a big deal for the normal person to face examinations. It is very normal. Everyone can complete it with a minimum amount of common sense which is to be applied. So adding to it, Anurag Nair, could you please come up? How are you, Anurag?
Fine, sir.
Okay. So could you please tell me your course? About your course, please?
Okay, so I am pursuing BSc Nautical Science from HIMT College, and currently now I am in my second year. I have completed my first year.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and and relation to that, BSc in Nautical Science is a course of 3 years, and which comprises of 6 semesters, and it contains all the main subjects which will help you on board as a deck cadet. That is including chart work, cargo operation, and celestial navigation, terrestrial navigation, everything, including with basic maths and physics, which you will obviously be there in the first year. And after that, the things will go on with relation with the shipping. And after third years, you will get a degree of BSc Nautical Science. That is
good, Anurag. But why do you want to choose a merchant navy as your career, and how do you feel about your decision right now? You have spent 1 year in your college. So how do you feel about your decision?
Okay. So after completing my 12th, I was in a doubt that what I have to do. So first of all, no offense for for everyone present here, that I didn't want to pursue engineering, to be honest. So I want to do something other than engineering, basically. So I gave the IMSET examination, and after that, I got a certain rank. Then after counseling, I couldn't qualify for government colleges, so I applied for affiliated. Then I chose HIMT college, and the reason I chose merchant navy as my career, it was that, as you also mentioned in the same, that I didn't want to do a 9 to 5 job, and the The thing is that it gives you a certain amount of responsibility and it makes a man out of you. And everything is different for a seafarer as for the people it is on the show. So the reason is that, and till now I don't feel that I have regretted this decision, cause what I am today and what I was after my 12th, there is a huge difference in that, cause I am now a better person and responsible person. And if anyone gives me a certain task, I can do it within a minutes. So I knew my capabilities, and here I am standing with all of you now. That's it.
Thank you, Anurag. Fine. If you are going to complete your BSc Nautical Science within a couple of
Yes.
within 2 years, it seems, right? After you complete it, after you complete it, if you go on board, what will be your position and how your career progress will?
Okay. So after completing my 3 years BSc Nautical Science, we have to do on-board training of 18 months. And after doing the 18 months on-board training, you have to give a third mates exam. Then after that, after your returns and orals, you will get a COC. Meanwhile, you have to do some extra basic modular courses also. That includes the pre-sea training and everything goes on. And after getting your COC, then you will be a third officer. And after becoming a third officer, the promotion goes on as far as the experience and the written examinations are concerned, from third officer to second officer, then from second officer to the chief officer. And after completing your masters, you will become the master of the ship. And if further anybody wants to do any studies in marine field, then you can become an extra master also after becoming a captain. Okay.
Thank you, Anurag. That's a really valuable information from your side. Akshan Shahu, could you please come up?
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Hi, Akshan. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, it's really good to have you here. So, as Anurag mentioned right now, he mentioned up to career progress up to a captain side. And if someone like me, probably take you as concern, if you are being a captain of a ship and you have so much years of experience, like 4 or 5 years of experience as a captain, so you are in a verge of your lifestyle that you want to come back to ashore and work ashore. So what are your opportunities?
As a captain, you are a well experienced person in the ship, and you have seen many ports, many companies, how they are working. So that we are having many classification society for this. After a captain, we can go to the classification society who are for the inspection of the ship or from the port side, or they can work as a pilot in the ship who can manage the ship to come inside the port and outside of the port, and he know the about the company how they are making profit. He can work in the company as a manager also.
Just go on,
Thank you.
please. Anurag Nair, could you add up something regarding this? Is there anything to add up?
Okay, so after that, after becoming captain, as my friend also said that we can become a pilot. And other than that, I would like to add that he can become a faculty member of any institution, like a captain after or a chief officer after gaining such a lot of experience can spread his knowledge among the cadets and make them a more competent cadets. And that's all I want to add up. Thank you.
Thank you, Anurag. Akshans, also, as you have mentioned, to be a captain, you should require a lot of values and work ethics towards your profession. What are all the values which are imparted by the college to you so that you will be a competent person on board?
Yes, college have made a many given me a many things. First thing I want to tell you about the time management, what he had taught to me. The time management, he taught me that how the work can be done, how we can work for a work, we can work for a minute. We can acquire all the minutes, and plus we can they taught teach us about the discipline, how the life needed a disciplined life. Discipline life is one thing which is needed in everyone's life. Like my friend Anurag had told about making a boy to a man. This is a college. Thank you.
Yeah.
If I
Thank you,
may
Akshan.
button Surya for a minute. Now, to some extent, when you talk about an engineer, they say that everybody know that you're going to be dealing with the machines. On one hand, one of you mentioned that you didn't want to become an engineer and you wanted to come as a deck. What exactly would you be doing in terms of when you become a deck officer, when you join as a deck cadet, when you become a third officer, second officer, or a master? What are your responsibilities? What are you responsible with? Can you throw some light, Sahu, on this?
Yes, sir. As coming to a deck, we are the person who is seeing all the things about the navigation and through the engine also how they are working, because we are going to navigate the ship, so we need that the engine should work, so we have to be coordinating with each other and working it. Thank you, sir.
Is it right to say that you are the person who will be taking a ship from A to B? That's what you mean by navigation? When you talk about a chart, you're talking about a map which gives an overview. Okay, in the present days, we used to have a paper chart. Now it has become an electronic chart. But it gives you a bird's eye view of what is ahead of you. So you take the ship from A to B. Is it also correct to say that you would be responsible to ensure at the end of the day, shipping is a commercial venture, that you would be responsible for loading the cargo, carrying the cargo, and discharging the cargo safely? Is it right enough to say that you will be responsible for all these duties?
Yes, sir. We will be the responsible for all the things for the cargo and the ship. We are the responsible person for that.
Fine, fine, Surya, continue.
Thank you very much, sir. So, Akshansh, as you said that you are going to be on board, and I believe that you are also got placed in one of the reputed companies. So, which company is it, Akshansh?
It is a Goodwood management company.
Okay. So, would you like to say how you got through the entire interview process? Is there any interview training which has been provided to you? Is it something like that?
Yes, the college provide us the interview from the first day. They teach us like our syllabus is going on. They will teach us in every moment that how the interview will be and how we are going to face before we are becoming an officer and after becoming an officer. They help us to mold in that way that we can be the best for the sea. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshansh. It's really good to hear from you, actually. And Surya Pratap, are you there right now?
Yes, Surya.
Yeah, Surya Pratap, very good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Surya.
So I believe that you have completed your BTech in mechanical engineering. So
Yeah.
you got a lot of options after BTech mechanical. As such,
Yeah.
you can go to MTech or you can go to any of the MNCs to go and work. And after
Yeah.
completing it, why do you want to choose a merchant navy as your career after completing your BTech in mechanical?
Yeah, Surya, after completing the BTech graduate, you have variety of options like going abroad, or doing a job, or doing some postgraduate courses. But since I come from a coastal city of Visakhapatnam, and all my relatives used to work in this Hindustan shipyard, from childhood itself, I had so much interest towards merchant navy. So I used to go to the workshops which are conducted in the Hindustan shipyard and all. So since everybody was, I was forced to go into BTech mechanical, but I wanted to choose BTech marine engineering itself. But I heard that graduate marine engineering course can be done after completing BTech mechanical. So I chose this GME field. What do you say? I persuaded my parents and I convinced them to make me join into this GME course.
Congrats, Pratap. And I would also like to know that you are currently pursuing graduate mechanical engineering GME course, which is a span of 1 year, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. After completing your 1 year, do you feel 1 year time is sufficient for you to be getting trained to be on board?
Yeah, actually, we'll be learning all the basics of marine engineering in BTech mechanical itself. like bending moments and how the internal combustion engine works. So in marine engineering, just we will be applying those knowledge into the shipping knowledge. See, in BTech mechanical engineering, you'll be learning about internal combustion engine of a car or a motorcycle. Same thing, you'll be multiplying it into 10 times and making it a marine engine, marine internal combustion engine. So I think 1 year GME course is enough to become a seafarer.
So that's a valuable information, Pratap. And I came to know that your father or someone else is also working in the merchant navy, as you said, mentioned right now. Some of your family members are also part of merchant navy. So
Yes,
do you find any communication issues with your father when he is on board? And what is the present condition regarding the communication with the family as concerned?
Surya, when coming to communications in past days, like from 2001 to 2010, the communication was very tough. My father used to call for once and every 2 months, and he used to put up a mail for every 2 days. But nowadays, the communication has greatly increased, and some companies provide free data for you, by which you can call online calling or online video calling also. But, for example, when you come to a port or something, you'll be given a 5 GB of data for around $30 to $35. When in the middle of the sea, you'll be given around 500 to 1 GB for around $10 itself. So it varies from company to company, but this is the baseline. So the communication between the seafarer and the family is good nowadays.
Thank you, Pratap. That's a really valuable information, which is also required to be known to the young cadets who are going to join right now. So,
Surya, if I may ask this Surya
yes,
this question, Surya Pratap,
yes,
a question
yes,
coming into now. You guys, you have specifically completed your graduate marine engineering and you are joining probably at the age of 21, 22. When all these boys who have come out after the 12th, they are already been there for a couple of years.
Yes,
Do they make you a little uncomfortable because the discipline for all the trainees are going to remain the same? The rules remain the same, but you have completed 4 years, you're already a graduate compared to somebody like your moderator Surya who has joined here after the 12th. Probably when you walked in, he was already had that experience of 3.5 years in the college. Does that put you at a disadvantage or that does make you uncomfortable?
no, sir. There is nothing like that. All the cadets in the college are treated equally, irrespective of their time in the college. And the students are also so friendly that whenever a new guy comes, irrespective of their age or of what the course they are choosing, they'll make you familiarize with the college and how the college works and all. So this warm behavior of the students and the cadets and the faculty also doesn't make you alienated, and they even don't feel like okay, we have completed BTech and all. We came to this college. Why this smaller guy, younger guys to us are telling like that? We don't feel in such a way. They also uh, make you learn everything in a respectable way. So that's
Thanks,
that's
thanks,
what I'm
thanks, Surya. Go ahead, Surya.
thank you, sir. Sriniket Shetty, are you there right now?
Yes, Surya.
Yeah, good morning, Sriniket. How are you day? How are you doing?
Yeah, good.
Fine, Sriniket. As we know that we are also a part in HIMT for the last, I mean, you guys are in part of HIMT for last 6 months, and you went on a semester leave, and you were supposed to come back from the semester leave. Then we came to know that there is a huge pandemic out there, and we are not supposed to go anywhere other than staying at the home. So, do you anytime felt that your education is not in a progress, that your education got stagnated or something? Because you're staying at home, you're not attending the college. So how do you feel about
Yes, Surya. As you know, due to pandemic, it's not our schedule. Everyone's schedule has been completely changed. We went home for a vacation, and then we couldn't return back to college. But when our other fellow mates were there, not mates, other courses were there over there. We were all informed about the virtual classes. Even we got the mail and before they went home, they were all made familiar about these virtual classes, and they helped us in doing all this. Initially we were a bit worried, but when the days passed, it was going on completely well. Only thing, the difference was we were listening from home. No much difference regarding the teaching or anything. If we have any doubts and all, we already had a Schoology app where we can comment, where we have comment box to comment all our doubts. So the faculty member would clear our doubts, reply there and clear our doubts. We had the Schoology app also have the test where we can have we are having a weekly test and monthly test, and also the study materials were uploaded very frequently over there. So there is no much difference, other that we are not over there, that's it. So I don't find it much difficult.
It's good to hear from you, Sriniket. And I would also like to know from your side, wearing a uniform and working in a uniformed profession, where the uniform itself is having a separate pride to it, how do you feel about it? After completing your BTech in mechanical, you are wearing a uniformed profession and you are going to be on board in a short while. How do you feel about it?
The uniform is actually a matter of great pride and respect. So it takes years of hard work, dedication, discipline to add on stripes on our applets. It is also fascinating, not only for the professionals over there. It is also like the people who have no clue about the merchant professionals, what they do. So it is actually pride, respect, and uniform is everything. So it's really good to wear. Like now, before we were like seeing others wearing it. Now we are on that uniform. That discipline, that responsibilities is on our shoulder right now. So that's what I feel.
Thank you very much, Sriniket. And also one last question from your side, and I would like to hear from you that how your classroom ambience is and how it will help you to gain better knowledge from the class.
Our classroom was spacious, very good, very well ventilated. We had nice chairs and desk over there. It was very comfortable. It was like the environment was very good. So the faculty was teaching us that everyone was audible enough, that space was there. We also had projectors in each and every classrooms, so that after the topic related to any presentations related topics or any videos or any safety videos were also played very frequently, almost every day, because safety is more important for us, because our life matters so much. So our classrooms were good enough. It was good. There is nothing like that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sriniket, and
yes,
really good to hear from you. So Sikandar, could you come up, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how are you, Sikandar? How was your day?
Absolutely fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
Perfect. So what course are you doing right now in HIMT?
I'm just processing GP rating from HIMT now.
Okay, so how could you express what it is exactly? Elaborate the course.
Yeah, I'm just after completing my 12, I'm joined as a GP rating in HIMT. I spent almost 3 months in this college. It's just about the theory and practical. Also, are the good, perfect for me is giving a 100% satisfaction about the theory, and I'm talking about the practical. We have a separate labs. We have a separate lab for a Siemens labs and for a engine side of a basic fitting or auxiliary machines workshop, which is so perfect for me.
So
if I may ask you 1 minute, Surya, sorry
yes,
to butt in. I want to catch hold of Sikandar when he's in the mood. And we are very sorry about your bereavement of your near and dear somebody who has expired recently. Sikandar, we are very sorry about it. And we appreciate you joining us despite this sort of a bereavement. Now, if I may ask you, You have been away from home for the first time. I am quite sure that 12th
Yes, sir.
standard, after the 10th standard, you come and join. Were you not missing your home? Or boys like, what do you call, seniors like Surya Vamsi Krishna, who is a senior cadet captain, made your life miserable when you stepped into the college? Were there a certain amount of apprehensions in your mind? How did you go about it?
From starting a few days, I felt miss my home, food or family. But after a few 1 or 2 weeks, I'm familiarized with all the faculty, seniors. All us are like equally treated. No any ragging about that we heard from a college or something, and yeah, it's good for me. It's changed my attitude and all the bad habit by the discipline or
Do you feel that you have come from your family to HIMT family, or you're an outsider? How do you feel?
no, sir. I'm always feel like HMT family.
But thank you so much. Yes, Surya.
I'm happy to be on the safer side, sir. So fine,
I know.
Sikandar.
Yes, sir.
So as you are going to complete GP course in a short while and you are going to be on board, so what will be your position on board and how your career progress will be?
We can say after completing a training of a GP, you can join. You have an option for a deck side or an engine side both, but I'm preferring from deck. And talking about a deck side, if you join as a GP rating, after completing your 6 months of a sale or we can say experience, you get a chance for a prepare for an exam, which is for a officer level. After completing the exam or interview, we'll select as a third officer. As per go as along for your experience by the year, you will be possibly promoted as a second to chief officer. After a chief officer master, you can prepare for a master's. After completing a master, you can join you can be a get a chance to be a master or we can say captain. It's a big
So
responsibility and
as
the
similar
topmost
to the
position in
tech
the
cadets,
ship.
as similar to tech cadets, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Fine. So that was really good to hear from you. So after you complete your college time, like academic hours in the college, you have been spent in the college for the last 3 months. What are all the extracurricular activities which are important to you?
As I'm talking about extracurriculars after the academic hour, we have all kind of a sports activity. Just week I'm talking about a football, cricket, volleyball, basketball, and far away for a body fitness. We have gym also in this college for provided sufficient time for all the batches, and for another or we can say we have a swimming pool and there is a one more always a trainer of a swimming there is stand to support us for a swimming classes like that. So that's all activities we can do after academic hour.
Superb, Sikandar. Thank you. Thank you very much to hear from
Thank
you.
you, sir.
And Dharani, could you please come up, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how are you, Dharani? Everything fine?
Yes, sir. Everything fine, sir.
Yeah, perfect. So you are also pursuing GP course at present.
Yes,
So
sir.
when you were in the campus, what are all the labs which you have attended to get yourself familiarized with the practical part of it?
Yes, sir. As I am a GP cadet, we have GSK labs and both MEK labs. In GSK labs, we used to know about the ship knowledge. In MEK lab, we used to know about the mechanical knowledge of the ship structures, uh, how to work on works, lathe, welding, plumbing, etc. And our basic first priority of our labs is safety. And we also have computer lab for our online exam training, like familiarizing with the computer and process how the exam works. Uh, we are really happy that our trainers are very trained and they will train us so that we won't forget that practicals in any time, and it will be used in onboard ship when we are on board.
Okay, good to hear from you, Dharani. And could you please explain when you go on board, you are, I believe that you are a engine lover, or let's put it in this
Yes, sir.
way, you like to go on the engine side of the ship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how your career progress will be?
Okay, when I will join as an onboard ship on engine side, will be posted as a trainee wiper or a trainee oiler, or in some companies they directly take oiler wiper. After completing of 36 months of training, and we have to give an exam with an overalls, so that will be promoted as a fifth engineer, and our same, and it is the same process of an engine rating or a GME cadet life, and we have to give exams of class 4, class 2 and class 1. After completing fifth engineer, fourth engineer to will be promoted as a third engineer directly, and you have to give exam for second engineer and a chief officer also.
So
Thank you.
which is similar to a engine cadet joining on board,
Yes,
is
sir.
it?
Same.
Okay, fine, perfect, Dharani. It's really good to hear from you too. So as the discussion is went really well, one more question which has been haunting everyone as concerned, including me, it has haunted. So this question is to be justified by our principal, sir. Sir, there is a misbelief or something. After completing my 4 years of time in the college, I found it out. It is a totally misconception among the people who are joining the course, joining Merchant Navy. What do you justify regarding this, sir? Which course is better, deck department or the engine department?
Well, to be very honest with you, I always believe in only one thing, Surya.
Yes.
You need to fall in love with whatever you do on a daily basis. Whether it is deck, whether it is engine, no matter what you do, the dignity of labor, the passion for what you do is what makes you good. There are engineers who have grown up and who have become entrepreneurs and doing a great job. One of the classic example is our own CEO, who has been an engineer and he is running a training institute successfully for the last 22 years. I've got good many friends who are engineers who have excelled themselves in commercial shipping and who have gone on to make a name for themselves. There are masters who have become ship owners. Now in your body, you have obviously everything too. You've got two legs. Can you tell me which leg is better to you? I mean, would you prefer the right leg or the left leg? You need both the legs.
Yes, sir, both are important.
That makes you a body, is a complete body. So is there anything to say if you are a machine oriented? If you want to have a look at something to do with the machines, you become an engineer.
Yes.
You want to do something with more of navigation, doing with charts. Both need the equal amount of expertise. Both are equal. There is absolutely nothing called one is superior, one is inferior. It is how you feel about it. You need the engine, you need the ship. You need a man on top, you need a man down below. Now, is the man down below is inferior because he's in the engine room? The answer is no. Just because he is there on top of the bridge, he is superior to everybody else? The answer is no again. The fact of the matter is, as far as this profession is concerned, sky is the limit. Nothing stops you till you touch the sky. And please show me someone who has touched the sky so far. And I would believe you that he has achieved something. No, so far as I know, nobody has touched the sky. I hope it answers your question.
Yes. It's really good to hear from you, sir. That's a valuable information which is to be imparted to all the cadets who are going to join the program.
Okay. Now, I have a question to ask you, Surya.
Yes, sir.
You have been here with us for the last 3.5 years.
Yes, sir.
Now, you have been hearing about ships, looking at the photographs, the machinery which has been taken out. Have you had an opportunity to visit a ship through the ages of the college?
Yes, sir. I did have the opportunity to visit the ships. It's called a ship visit, which has been taken for us. Every semester we have been taken to port to visit a ship to get familiarized with the things which we have learned in the theoretical part of it. We used to get the opportunity to go on board interact with the captains and chief engineers or other engineers who are working as a crew on board, and get to know more knowledge about them, how the work experience is, and also to visualize the thing which we have learned in the campus.
All right. Thank you so much. And there's also a point which I think I should tell, because there are not too many people, maybe only 3-4 of you who have gone through this passing out parade or the visit of dignitaries as far as we are concerned. Unfortunately, like ETO or the GME have not had too much of an experience, but you having been there for the last 3.5 years, you would have seen every batch which completes the course. We make sure we feel nice that they have done something worthwhile in their life by having a passing out parade.
Yes.
And we also try to call someone from the industry who has made a name for himself to come and address.
Yes.
And I'm very happy, Surya, that you have gone through the whole process of talking to our boys. And as I always say, you're all my children, and you will continue to be my children. And you joined the college, you have left home, and you have come to a new home. We are all there to look after you. Very nice of you to have taken us through that rigmarole of making the youngsters make up their mind to join Merchant Navy. Thank you very much. Thanks for all your time. But now I'm going to call upon one more gentleman who is a colleague of mine, who might identify himself much better with you people because of the age. May I now call upon Sabil to talk what Merchant Navy is going to do for a youngster in a very short period of 2 minutes. Over to you, Sabil.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Captain Chandra, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Good morning, my cadets, my GB rating boys. Good to see you all once again. First of all, I miss you all. And a very good morning to the parents and students, curious students who will be watching, or who's online, live in Zoom, as well as will be watching later in YouTube. So, Captain Chandra sir has said, as a youngster, when you go to ship, what are the gains? Yeah, what are the pros of a man? As rightly one cadet pointed out, Sahu, my own cadet, that you become a man, from a boy you become a man. That process actually starts from your college itself. But gentlemen, when you go to ship, when you join the ship, you realize that all the training which has been imparted from the college was just a trailer. The real movie is about to begin, right? That social boycotting, being away from family, being the junior most on the ship where the rest all are experienced and skilled, that hunger inside you comes out, to strive for the excellence. I want to compete with them. I want to be better. Every day you feel like you know nothing, then that competent mentality comes out, right? And from the very first day, your seniors, your captain, your chief engineer, your chief officers, all the officers and engineers will be training you in every aspect of life. He will train you to become an officer. An officer like quality will be imparted. It will be plotted in. Now, whenever they train you, they make sure that they will teach you the law aspect of, this is as per this. We have so much of regulation to be complied with. They teach you on this also. So slowly but steadily, what happens is, even though you're pursuing an adventurous career, an ecstatic career with endless opportunities and endless adventures, you slowly become a person, who is ready to obey the rules, comply with the rules. It makes you a better citizen, a better man, a better son, a better boyfriend, whatever. Right, gentlemen? Now, as far as career is concerned, the financial stability, financial security, what you get is uncomparable with other professions. But apart from all these, gentlemen, financial stability, adventures and all, being a man, being a responsible son, a father, a social human being is the most important. Apart from that, when you travel around the world on ship, you sail with multinational crew, you see different cultures in the world, your view about life, culture, everything broadens. Normally what happens if you live in a society, they make you a racehorse. Racehorse, what happens? They have two blocks on the side so that they run straight. Yeah. What happens when you travel, when you work with multinational crew, everything washes. You see a lot more. So that attitude and that behavior, that quality, the attitude of discriminating with races, color, religion and all, everything will wash away. You become a very good human being, first of all. Thank you very much. Over to you, Captain Chandra.
Hey, thanks, Sabil. Every week you are inspiring me so much that I would like to go back on board as a cadet to start my career all the way from the bottom. But unfortunately, I can't really do it. But I'm quite sure all the youngsters who have listened to you keep listening to you, and I do hope they get inspired. And once again, thank you so much. Despite all your problems in your home with the electricity and everything.
Sir, I wanted to, just 1 minute, please, sir. Gentlemen, yesterday in Calicut Airport, there was a flight, there was a crash.
Right.
20 people have passed away, including Captain Sare. There are more people in the hospital. God rest all the souls who's passed away, and condolence to all family who's been suffering. Gentlemen, my state is really under threat of a flood. It's all happened because of rain. In Munnar, there are so many people died of landslides. I'll take this opportunity to request all of you to pray for Kerala. And the flood, definitely it's going to happen. Weather has been, broadcasted. We have done a prognosis. Pray for the people to be confident and, pray for us to fight against this. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sabil. We do stand by you in every respect to pray to God and bring back normalcy. Yes, it's a fact that it has happened late in the evening yesterday night amidst the rains, where it has gone off the runaway and broke into two. Yes, it's a sad incident. But all the same, thank you very much. We are now open to take a couple of questions. Now, one question which has come to me is essentially from Vishal Jaiswal. Now, can you identify yourself, Vishal Jaiswal? If you can, I would appreciate you if you can see you. All the same, that since we are also racing against time, I do read the question. What is the admission criteria to join HIMT as IMU CET is cancelled? For the benefit of each and every one of you, the CET is the normal norms by the IMU for you to get into any of the colleges. But this year, due to this extraordinary situation, the CET has been cancelled by IMU. But it is mandatory that you have to register yourself in the IMU website as a prospective candidate. Please do register yourself and then approach us. You will be taken on directly based on the minimum criteria or the eligibility criteria as per the Director General of Shipping, which is normally you need to have maths, physics, chemistry, and also a reasonable marks in English, which is 60% and 50% respectively. I hope I answered that question. There was a gentleman called Patak. Can you identify yourself? Mr. Patak, is he still there? He is the gentleman who had raised his hand. I can't find him. Is Mr. Patak there? Now the floor is absolutely open in case any one of you has got any questions. We would only be happy to answer those questions. Now that we have given you an overview of what is Merchant Navy all about, is there anyone who would like to ask any questions? Praveen Kumar. Can you identify Praveen Kumar? Can you switch on your video, please, Praveen? May I request you to unmute yourself and ask that question? Whatever you want to ask, Praveen? Yes.
Sir, for GP rating, fees was how much, sir?
For the GP rating, as of now, we charge you, beg your pardon, the fees we charge you is 1,50,000 plus 5,000 rupees as your caution deposit.
Okay,
But
sir.
as I mentioned to you in the beginning of the webinar, Praveen, we are offering you a discount of 5,000 rupees in case you book your seat before 1800 hours on Monday.
Okay, sir. Sir, for hostel details, sir.
This particular amount is inclusive of your tuition fees as well as the hostel fees, Praveen.
Okay, sir. In between, no fees are added in that list, sir.
We do not ask you anything more and more, keep on asking you. We tell you this 1,50,000 plus 5,000 rupees and that is it. We don't keep asking you for an excursion, please give me 1,000 rupees. For ship's visit, give me 500 rupees. We don't ask you, Praveen.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Right?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Is there anyone else? Yes, Achinka. Good morning, sir. Well. Ajinkya Chaudankar, can you identify yourself? Ajinkya Chaudankar, can you identify yourself? Okay. Okay, now you can ask me directly, please. We would like to see your face before answering.
Okay, so I would like to good morning. Good morning to all of you. So I have got PCM 55 and I am very fascinated about joining Merchant Navy. So are there any options available for me so that I can join Merchant Navy?
The only way you can do that, you will have to join as a GP rating and work your way up. For doing a BSc and the BTech, we normally insist as per the DGS eligibility criteria that you need to have the 60%. So 55 does not give you the flexibility of doing a BSc Nautical Science, but what you should look at is you can join as a GP rating and move on forward and then see how you can build your life. As you heard from the boys, there might be a slight delay or you are starting at the bottom, but the fact of the matter is you can still rise to the level where we can start wearing all the stripes what we are wearing today. Nothing stops you.
Thank you, sir.
Right? Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. Anybody else who wants to ask any other question? Now, if nobody else has got any other question, maybe I would give you a little overview of what we do. Merchant Navy per se, they say it is a second line of defense for any country. And more importantly, what you should also look at is it is actually the lifeline between the countries for the trade. So long there are countries around, so long there is a trade which goes between the countries, this lifeline cannot go away. The major portion of the commodity which moves from A to B or B to C or C to A and D to E is all by ships. You cannot carry oil by any other medium except by ships. You cannot carry the type of coal what you're talking in terms of 300,000 tons, not by any other medium except by a bulk carrier. So the trade is going to continue. Shipping is a derived demand. So long the trade is there, the ships are there. So long the ships are there, we are all needed. And it is going to be a continuous process. Yes, we do talk about autonomous ships. Yes, it might be a reality probably from 50 years from now, or 20 years from now, or 30 years from now. You still need people to run the ships even from ashore. So this is a profession which gives you a lot of pride, which gives you a lot of recognition in the society. At the age of 30, 32, you reach a position of respectability by way of position and also the money power. It gives you the bargaining power. You can start a new career by early 30s by coming ashore and building up absolutely a different career. You can be an entrepreneur. You can be a ship owner. You can be a commercial man. You can teach, or you can continue to learn, which is necessary for each and every one of us. So at the end of the day, if you are hesitating to take up a job, thinking that this is a very risky one, all I can tell you, crossing the road is riskier than sailing on a ship. The safety factors, the measures which are there on board a ship are much, much better than crossing the road. When you cross the road over here, even when you have a green for a pedestrian, you think 10 times because you know there will be some mad guy who's not going to look at the red light and stop. But I can assure you, this does not happen out at sea. And once you are trained, you also stop at the red light on the road. Yes, people call you, you are a mad man. So be it. We are mad. But the question is, we are mad for the right reasons. We follow the rules. We are taught to be safe, which is, I think, is very, very important. One of the most important things, even during the pandemic, is the way how the seafarers conduct themselves. They realize the seriousness of it. It is very difficult. There are people who get stuck on board, but we go through that, we ensure that trade does not stop. So here is an opportunity for each and every one of you to make up your mind, convince your parents, come and join a merchant navy and join us in taking the country, the world to a different level altogether. Hope to see you all safe. Probably the next week we will come up with one more edition, which is a slightly different one, being the Independence Day, a day of independence which we all cherish. Maybe we come up with something else. We'll definitely come at 10 o'clock on the 15th of August, which is next to Saturday. Till then, it is goodbye, good luck, stay safe, and Jai Hind. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
May I request all the HIMTNs to join me after about 2 minutes in our usual hangout in a different room, including those boys.
Okay.
Surya. Yeah? Right. I'll send you the link. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.